in your hot girl era, you've probably noticed that many men who try to talk to you tend to drop off halfway. Yes, guys, I'm talking about you. Why do you run away? I mean, you've gone to the trouble to break the ice. You've commented, complimented, or created some social friendly banter. Then something happens. You fall off. Not even a goodbye, like maybe a goodbye, but there seems to be no wrap up, no close, no composure. And yeah, I'm noticing this is like such a trend right now with guys that just like they'll work up all that courage to talk to you and then just it's like they hit a wall. So let's get into that today. Let's formulate and be able to hit that close, whether you're talking to someone or you're making the sale. Yeah, you want a beginning, middle, and an end, not just a drop-off point. I know this can be way easier said than done. It's easy to kind of get playful, get talking, and squirrel. So let's just rein it in a little bit, and I'm gonna help you get through it with today's video. Most people would assume that this is a confidence issue when it's actually a combination of a few things. For example, fear of exposure increases over time. Breaking the ice can be scripted, brief, but sustaining a conversation, whether it's light or deep, requires that little bit of being seen, of being known. And that can be uncomfortable territory for a lot of guys, especially those who came from chaotic homes or families that might have been abusive or had problems with drugs or alcohol. This is going to be 10 times harder for you guys, but there's always a way to recoup. I get it, because that early interaction is controlled risk, but when you have that continued interaction, sure, it does lead a little bit more to emotional exposure. One's nervous system can start to freak out. This is getting too real. I'm out of here. So we want to retrain that nervous system to stay, to chill. Next up, here's why you're dropping off mid-conversation. You never learned how to transition. If you are someone who never really learned relational pacing, I got you. Social pacing includes when to escalate, when to end respectfully, and how to lead in a conversation, that interactive rhythm, if you will. So a common default here is if you think you're staying too long, a lot of guys tend to become awkward, leave too suddenly, or emotionally vanish mid-flow. Continuing on, desire creates pressure. You might start to get excited in your head. Oh my goodness, she's talking to me. Oh my goodness, she might choose me. Which can definitely cause performance anxiety, overthinking, sudden self-monitoring, and sure, nervous system overwhelm. You might even shut down. This is all once attraction might be kind of noticed or acknowledged. Then those butterflies start, and I notice, like, for myself, it's like I suddenly like come outside my body and I start observing myself in a different way. It's hard to like get back in there. Now, with this video, hopefully I'm going to give you a map for some internal endings that you can use in your dialogues. I think it's important to take note that a lot of us learned growing up that emotional closeness can disappear without closure. We often saw conflict without repair. That's a huge one. And yes, a lot of times conversations can end abruptly. So depending on how much emotional baggage you might have a tendency to recreate connection equals discomfort equals disappearance. Realistically, I'm not teaching you how to flirt better per se. That might be a part of it, but more so, it's about holding a connection long enough to remain yourself and showcase that. So we want to work on interaction containment, not confidence, not courage, but containment. The ability to open, hold, and close a conversation completely. So let's bring it to practicality here. We've got your opening, a compliment, a sentence, hello. Then some people can't even get to the middle part, which might look like two genuine curiosity questions. Is this place busy? Are the donuts good here? followed by, say, a personal statement. I really like the sprinkle ones, or I like it here because it's super relaxing, creating rhythm, balance, and emotional participation. This is what a casual, fun conversation might look like instead of interrogating, over talking, turning into a monologue. Then we've got the close. I feel like most men need permission to end a conversation without necessarily winning, getting rejected, or securing an outcome. What we want to think of here is showing appreciation, a clear ending, and an optional soft door opening. For example, something like, "It was so nice talking to you. I'm gonna get back to my day, but you have my Instagram handle if you wanna meet here again." Something like that. Or a simple casual, "Maybe I'll see you around here again." This is really important here because it teaches emotional completion, leadership, self-respect, and ironically, this really increases attraction. This is gonna work better for you because you know you're not gonna be awkward. You don't have that fear of rejection, escalation, or even fear of emotional overwhelm. There's an ending. You can just politely end the conversation. Teaching the body connection can end safely. Because the truth is, many men don't actually struggle starting the conversation. They struggle long enough staying to be known and leaving without abandoning themselves. This is honestly of utmost importance because if you don't learn to hold that containment and that special safe container just for a simple conversation, you're more likely to ghost, withdraw emotionally, avoid simple and difficult conversations, and even lose connection during intimacy. This simple practice is going to help build long-term resilience and really amplify your social life. I hope you give it a try. Remember that most people want to be chatted with and are more friendly than you would think. I'll see you in the next module.